Hello, all you random people out there who may or may not have accidentally clicked on this video, and welcome back! After quite a long pause on my so-called series, I thought why not just end this series right now and talk about the last beliefs of the afterlife. So let's finally talk about the afterlife, nothing versus paradise. The title kind of says it all, but let's still talk about it. So let's go ahead and start this video. Starting with the belief of the atheists. In case you don't know, which I believe you do know, atheists are people who do not believe in God. The name kind of already explains it, because A stands for not, and theists are people who believe in God. So not believing in God, these people don't believe in God. So yeah, and their belief is kind of also quite simple, because it's just nothing. When you're dead, and there's nothing left, no afterlife whatsoever, you are just dead. Which kind of makes sense, because without our body, how are we supposed to live on? Because they also do not believe in a soul. So if the soul isn't there, there obviously isn't an afterlife. But it still is kind of impossible for me, because I can't imagine somewhere being nothing. I've never experienced something where nothing was. Like, there's always something. So it doesn't really make sense to me that after death there's nothing, because there's never really nothing. I have my problems with that theory, but I mean, it is logical. It really seems logical to me, this belief. But then at the same time, it doesn't make sense, but that's just the way it is for me. So like I said, scientifically it's logical. But then again, there are so many things science still can't explain and still doesn't get. So the thought of an afterlife kind of makes sense, because how are we supposed to know what's after death? You could believe there's nothing, but it's honestly, it's very depressing to think that after death there's nothing, because religion is a way for us to feel safe. The belief of afterlife is for us a way to feel safe and know that something after death is happening. It's like a security for us. If we believe in afterlife, we are sure that life doesn't end after this life. It gives them, it calms them down. Some people lost their religion while living life. They just lost it, and when they know that they are dying, they come back to it and they start believing in it again, because they feel more safe knowing that something is happening after death. I get that. Even though I turned my back to the religion I was raised with, I still believed in the afterlife, because it gives me safety, like I already said. So I am sure that something is happening after death. For me, it's reincarnation, and that's why I'm calm and I'm not afraid of death. That's just the function of the afterlife for us. Moving on to the belief of Muslims, which is paradise. And paradise is for Muslims the ultimate goal. So paradise is for Muslims a beautiful place which is ruled by peace and life's pleasure. You could kind of, I don't want to offend someone by saying that, but you could kind of, like, if you're a Christian and believe in heaven, you can believe of paradise as heaven, if it helps you to understand that. For Christians, it's heaven. For Muslims, it's paradise. To get to paradise, Muslims have to dedicate their whole life to Allah, who is their God. It is believed that after death, angels will ask the person who died questions like, did you pray to God? Did you pray to only one God? And how did you spend your life and your youth? And only the people who follow the pillars of Islam will be able to answer these questions correctly. So they will be sent to paradise after they answered them correctly. Living on earth is seen as some kind of exam or test. And only if you pass that exam by living after the rules of Allah, and only if you pass the exam or test, your true life in paradise begins. So the life we have on earth isn't seen as like a real life, it's seen as like a test, which most religions do. It depends on how you live this life and what you dedicate your life to, if you are gonna pass this test and will enter paradise. To get to paradise, you have to follow the 5 pillars. The first one is Shahada, or faith, which is you have to believe in one God, who is Allah. And to declare their faith in Allah, they're often saying these words I'm now gonna say, but first of all, it's a translation. They are obviously not gonna say that in English, but I'm gonna say it in English because I will not be able to pronounce the other one. So, there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. The second pillar is Salat, or prayer, and this is Muslims have to pray 5 times a day. The third one is Swam Ramadan. It's the holy month of the Ramadan, which rotates every year, so it's every year another time. And Muslims abstain from food, drinking, and other things in that time. And the goal is to purify their body and mind. And the fourth one is Zakat, or almsgiving. This is usually done once a year to redistribute the wealth between the poor and the rich. And the fifth one is Hajj, H-A-J-J. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that one. Or pilgrimage. And this is a special pilgrimage to Mecca, the birthplace of Muhammad, who is the messenger of God for Muslim people. And this has to be done at least once a lifetime, and it's a journey to deepen faith and purify sins. So my thoughts about this religion is, it's not my religion, but the idea of the afterlife as paradise sounds pretty good to me. But then again, I wouldn't be able to enter it because I'm not following their religion. I'm not praying 5 times a day, all of 5 of them. I'm not doing any of those, so I will not be able to achieve paradise if that's the case, if that's the afterlife we are all entering. So if that's the case, I will not be in paradise. But hey, who knows? Because at the end of the day, no person has ever died for like multiple hours and came back, so we have no idea what's happening after death. We have no idea what the afterlife brings. The only thing we can have is faith in the religion we are following. I don't follow any religion right now. On paper I'm Christian, but not in my heart. Faith is the only thing we have, and so it's up to you if you believe in nothing, if you believe in paradise, if you believe in heaven and hell, if you believe in reincarnation. It's really up to you what you believe in. And for me, it's reincarnation, but it's really up to you. Thank God, or whoever, we have so many religions to choose from. I mean, you may have been born into one religion, but have noticed that it's not the right religion for you, and you may have found another religion that you really like, and you like the idea and start following it. That's good for you. Religions give us faith, give us security about what's coming after death, because that's the thing that makes most of us most scared. The idea of not knowing what's to come, the unknown. Believing and having faith in which religion, which idea of the afterlife suits you the best is what secures us, what gives us hope that after death there is not nothing. If you believe in that, and if you are not scared of that, that's awesome for you. But the rest of us who are scared of nothing, of just fading out of existence, religion is really important to us. Even if we don't really follow a religion, but the thought that something is happening after death It's really important to us. That's all I have to say about the afterlife. That's it for this video. If you liked it, like always, leave a like, subscribe, and tell me down in the comments, what do you believe? What's happening after death? What's happening in the afterlife? Does the afterlife exist? Hopefully, we'll see each other in my next video. Bye!